What you got on? Well, it smells nice.
Yeah, that's like the greatest compliment you could ever get, right? Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. How are you doing? I hope that you're doing so well. Today, I'm going over my top 10 most complimented fragrances of the year. So these 10 in front of me here, these were my most consistent compliment pulling fragrances. So if you're after just attention and compliments and all that stuff, you don't care about anything else, check these ones out. Let's jump into it. And guys, I'm going to tell you those codes once again, maxaroma.com, twistedlily.com. If you shop at those websites, use the code GENTS10, save yourself 10% off your order. And also luckyscent.com, the code is GENTS2022. That will get you 10% off your order. But Lucky Scent changes the code all the time. So if you're watching this in the future, it's probably different. Watch like a newer video and I'll probably say the new code. Before we jump into the fragrances, the typical compliment pulling PSA. Compliments will typically come from people that you already know, whether it's a coworker, a friend, or a loved one. It is not ultra common for somebody that you don't know, that you've never met, to come up to you and compliment you on your fragrance. Now, that comes with caveats. If you work in a job where you're constantly interacting with the public, then yeah, you'll probably get way more compliments from people that you don't know. But if you work off-site, remotely, and you're never in public, guess what? You're probably not going to get many compliments from people you don't know. Okay, finally, let's jump into it, and all of these will be linked below. Number 10, Jean Paul Gaultier, Le Male Le Parfum. This one takes the Le Male DNA, which frankly has started to smell quite a bit dated at this point, modernizes it, and also gives it an iris twist, which I think smells fantastic. In cool weather, this is an amazing fragrance, one of the best flankers that's come out over the past few years. Really good performance. It has a nice sweetness to it that's not overwhelming. It's a little bit subtle with the sweetness. Great release and great at pulling compliments, especially for me. And I've heard from a bunch of you guys out there that this one works fantastically for you as well. Oh, hey, Ash here from the future. You can tell because I have on a different shirt. There's a giveaway associated with this video. There wasn't when I first shot it, but then I talked to the people at Michael Malul and now there is. One of you out there is gonna win 5 fragrances, and I think it is a sick giveaway. I'm biased, for sure, but I still think it's sick. What 5 fragrances? Well, they're 5 new releases, which include 3 fragrances that I creatively directed. That's right, Blue Ridge right here. Just an awesome smelling blue scent, big compliment puller. Terra Nova, very versatile, classy, and Jet Black Enigma, super sexy for fall and winter time. Did a video on these recently where they came out, but those aren't the only 3 that you're gonna win. You're also gonna get Upper East and Siesta Key for the ladies, which also smell awesome. Actually, I took these from my wife. She has it in her collection, both of these. I told her I was doing a giveaway and she was like, no, you can't take mine. She got all offended. I was like, nah, not these actual bottles here. I have to show the fragrances. But yeah, one of you out there is gonna win all 5 of these. Stay tuned. Later in the video, I'll tell you how to enter. Number 9, a blue fragrance. And just an FYI, it's not gonna be the last blue fragrance. Blue fragrances just do so well at pulling positive attention. I mean, that's really what they're made for. Number 9 is Lunarosa Ocean by Prada, by the way. Another fragrance with iris. And yes, I'm a sucker for iris-based fragrances, so I do tend to wear them quite a bit. So this one has bergamot, lavender, iris, and musk. It's quite a clean blue fragrance. It's not overly sweet, very easy to wear, very versatile, great in the office, and really nice at pulling compliments. Number 8 by Killians, Angel Share. This one is super sweet. Like every note in this scent is a sweet note, but it works. Cognac, praline, vanilla, cinnamon, tonka, some of the notes in the fragrance. This is a fall and wintertime fragrance. It leans more toward nighttime use. Great date night fragrance, definitely gonna set you apart from the crowd. With it being a niche fragrance, it is a little more expensive than some of the other fragrances in this list. If you wanted a cheap alternative to this one, you could get Lattafa's Camra, which comes in a very similar packaging, smells similar to this one, but much cheaper. That one does, though, have a tendency, at least as of this video, to sell out from discounters, so sometimes hard to get your hands on. Regardless of that, though, Angel Share, an amazing scent that always garners me positive attention. Number 7, Mancera's Intense Sidra Boisé. This one has started to pop up at discounters, so you can find it for a little bit less than you used to be able to. Used to be it was just retail or dye, but now it's been popping up at Fragrance Buy, for example, I think in the like high 80s range, and it is a steal at that price point, like an absolute thieving steal. Intense Sidra Boisé, in my opinion, is better than the original Sidra Boisé. It does things a little bit nicer for me. Still has that sweetness, that fruitiness, and vanilla in the base as well. It's got a touch of this tartness from blackcurrant in the opening, but then leather and woods come out more so in Intense Sidra Boisé. Great performance. It's an extrait de parfum. The presentation here upgraded a little bit with that magnetic cap, which you know I like. Number 6, Sauvage Elixir from Christian Dior. Now, I have said before, and I'll say again, I do think that Sauvage Elixir might be the least versatile in the entire Sauvage lineup, but don't take that as me saying it's the worst, because it's not. It's just Sauvage Eau de Toilette and Eau de Parfum specifically. Those two you can use pretty much year round whenever you want, as long as you dial those sprays down a little bit in summer. But Sauvage Elixir, I would never wear in summertime. Like this one for me is basically fall, winter, maybe early spring. But this one is so gentlemanly. The quality is insane. The performance is fantastic. It's a good thing that the performance is fantastic also, because this is much more expensive than the other Sauvages, and it comes in a smaller bottle. So thankfully, a little bit goes a long way with this one. Number 5, Zorro's The Most Wanted. Now this fragrance, when I first smelled it, I thought it was good, thought it was nice, but it reminded me of Stronger With You, the Emporio Armani Stronger With You line. And so I was like, it's good, but it's not unique enough for me, maybe. But then I wore it more and it started to grow on me more. And I'll tell you what, the compliments really had me come around on this one, because this fragrance, it just seemed to always find people that thought it smelled amazing, and they'd let me know. It has that toffee-like sweetness to it, which is what's going to draw that comparison to the Stronger With You line. Also some amberwood, some cardamom in here as well. Warm, spicy, sweet, sexy with a gourmand edge. Another one that during fall and winter, especially in the evening, is going to crush it. Number 4, we're almost in the top 3, is Acqua di Gio Profondo from Giorgio Armani. Now, as I've said a number of times, Acqua di Gio, one of my favorite fragrance lines ever. The original Acqua di Gio was my signature scent for years. I love the DNA, I love the style of the fragrance, and Profondo is my favorite in the entire line as of right now. A modern twist to Acqua di Gio, the original, that has green facets, mineral facets. It still retains that aquatic freshness. It has that citrus in there that's gonna draw people in as soon as you spray it on. Versatility through the roof. The performance is pretty good as well. And I wore this quite a lot. It's one of those deals where the more often that you wear a fragrance, obviously, the more confidence that you have wearing that scent. And also because you're wearing it more often, you have a higher likelihood of getting compliments. If you wear a fragrance once, you know, there's not too many opportunities for people to say, oh, what are you wearing? It smells great. You know, that kind of deal. If you wear something all the time, much higher likelihood. So Acqua di Gio Profondo, number 4. Number 3, a well-known compliment beast, not a surprise, Parfums de Marley Leighton. One of my absolute go-to fragrances in cool weather. This one is just an attention-grabbing monster. The performance is there. It has designer sensibilities to it. By that, I mean it has mass appeal. Pretty much everybody is gonna love how this smells. But with this being a Parfums de Marley, it has higher quality than your typical designer releases, so it's gonna help you stand out even more. Now, this is another one like Angel Share that has cheaper alternatives. If you don't wanna spend as much, you can get Haramain's Detour Noir, which smells quite similar to this, but way cheaper, or Lalique's White and Black. Both of those gonna get you pretty close to how this one smells at a cheaper price. But on the whole, if I were gonna pick just one to wear, it would be the OG, it would be Leighton. This one, especially with those sweet spices in the opening, is just the type of fragrance that will stop people in their tracks, where they'll have to do a double take, you know, catch a big whiff and ask you what you've got on. And as far as date nights go, one of the best ever. Number 2 is from Dolce Gabbana. It is the One Luminous Night. Now, this one, unfortunately, is hard to find in the US. Your best bet is fragrancebuy.ca. They get it in stock, but then it sells out, and then it gets back in stock and it sells out. It's happened over and over and over again. And I've also seen it pop up at Joma Shop and Fragrance Net as well, but same deal with those websites. You know, they get it, it sells out, repeat. It has amber, incense, sandalwood, pepper, and dates as some of the notes in the fragrance. So you get this little bit of smokiness to it. You get this warmth, this sweetness from the amber, but it's not overdone, not overbearing. You get this almost exotic dried fruitiness from the dates, and you get this creaminess from the sandalwood as it dries. It's one of the absolute best releases that Dolce & Gabbana has ever done in the One line. So this one is one you absolutely have to keep your eyes open for. It's another one that during fall and winter will absolutely set you apart. Number one. Now here's the deal with this. My number one most complimented fragrance easily is Blue Ridge, my own fragrance. And I know it's like, come on. But good reason here. I spent the last year working on it. So I went through so many of the little bottles from the perfumers that look like this. I went through so many of these as we were tweaking this and coming to the final version of this. So I was wearing it all the time, all over the place, getting feedback from people, and a lot of it was very, very, very good, because that's the entire reason this was made, was to get compliments. But I know it's not really right to put this as my number one, so why Eau de Parfum is my number one? In actuality, why was my number two, and then you would shift everything else down, but is it getting confusing now? It's just one of those deals where I don't know whether to mention Blue Ridge or not, because it's my own, so it's kind of cheesy to put it as number one, but then it did in actuality get me the most compliments, but also I wore it more than anything else easily this year. So, oh, by the way, if you buy Blue Ridge, Gents Scents, use that code 20% off. Don't pay full retail. And that one's michaelmalul.com. Like I said, everything linked below. But why Eau de Parfum? This guy has been my ride or die for a long time. Why EDP, also why Le Parfum, why Live has been great at getting me compliments in the past. This fragrance, really nice opening with apple that I enjoy a whole bunch. Amber wood as it dries down. Very modern, easy to wear, basically year-round versatile type scent, daytime, nighttime, office, date, casual, whatever, doesn't matter. Really nice performance as well. Why Eau de Parfum, just a compliment beast. You guys already know that. All right, let's get back to the giveaway that I talked about earlier in the video. Again, 5 different fragrances, including my 3 that I creatively directed. What do you have to do to be entered in the giveaway? Well, you have to be subscribed to the channel, to like the video, and if you're on Instagram, you have to follow me, Gents_Scents, and also Michael Malul. So that's what you gotta do. And also leave a comment below and just say which of these 5 you would be most interested in. It doesn't matter which one of the 5 because you're gonna win all 5, but just let me know. A week from today, I will pick a winner with random comment picker. I'll post it up on the community tab of my YouTube channel. If you're the winner, just give me your shipping info and I'll get 5 brand new fragrances shipped out to you. So good luck, and whoever wins, hope you love them. And there we go. Those are my most complimented. I don't think any of these should really be a surprise. Pretty much all these fragrances are just great at pulling attention from people, frankly. Versatility here is awesome with these. Even the ones that are more fall and winter based, those ones you can wear just about any time during those seasons. So that'll do it for me. The most complimented fragrances of the year. I actually asked you guys on the community tab what your most complimented fragrances are, and I'll have a video coming up on that pretty soon. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you later.